Georgia district attorneys want the governor's help to change a law they believe gives unchecked power to state judges. The request comes after a year's worth of reveal investigations which exposed judges who reverse jury convictions by naming themselves the 13th juror, or oftentimes immediately retiring from the bench. One murder case in Fulton County illustrates the concerns of the controversial judicial practice. Here's investigator Andy Parati.
It started with a game of chance with no luck of ending well for nearly every player involved.
It was a game of dice that erupted into gunfire. 4 men shot. They fled from Bell Street to Auburn Avenue when police found 3 of them bleeding, another dying.
Thousands of dollars were at stake. 2 men branded guns after one accused the other of cheating on a hot summer morning in June 2014. Dexter Beard shot 4 times, survived. Selaman Balai, hit 5 times by bullets, did not. 6 months later, a Fulton County grand jury indicted Beard for Balai's murder. A trial convened a few months later. District Attorney Paul Howard.
The witnesses came in. They positively identified the defendant. The jurors heard it, and they convicted him.
Judge Doris Downs sentenced Beard to life in prison. But then, 3 years later, something extraordinary happens. The judge took another look at the case after Beard filed an appeal and determined the case was riddled with conflicting evidence and credibility concerns because many of the witnesses were drinking.
The jurors were all aware of that. And those facts that the judge pointed out, it does not mean that people are not credible.
They take the meds.
That didn't matter to Judge Downs. In October last year, she determined the original jurors got it wrong, named herself the 13th juror, and ordered Beard a new trial, reversing his conviction. She then immediately retired from the bench.
I guess I'm wondering if what you're doing is wholesome. Why are you waiting until the last hour of your service to the bench?
Judge Downs declined a recorded interview, but over the phone says her retirement was not sudden, rather planned a year in advance. She blames the delays on obtaining court transcripts and a heavy caseload. Howard appealed Judge Downs' decision to Georgia's Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court justices affirmed the lower court's ruling, allowing Beard's new trial to continue. In fact, every 13th juror case appeared before Georgia's highest court has been approved to move forward, essentially giving judges across the state a green light to reverse convictions each time they think the jury gets it wrong. This past November, Howard sent this letter to Governor Brian Kemp asking for his help to amend the 13th juror statute, writing he and other district attorneys are concerned the law can single-handedly undo all the hard work of a criminal jury.
That's not what the founders of our Constitution intended, and I just don't think they ever intended for a judge to simply undo the work of a jury.
Dexter Beard remains in prison pending his new trial. We attempted to reach out to him and his public defender, but did not get a response. The DA would like to see the law changed to prevent judges from naming themselves the 13th juror and then immediately retiring, as well as notifying prosecutors ahead of time. The governor's office says it received the DA's letter and requests for legislative change, but declined to comment.